Hello everyone, and welcome to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. I'm Exterminator, and I'm super excited to be here. We are a day late, so I apologize for that, but I just ran out of time yesterday. I've been extremely busy, and I do plan to make an update video very soon discussing kind of what's going on with the channel, in my life, and content, and upcoming things. Some very exciting but big things happening, and I just kind of want to discuss all that, but not in this video, so let's hop right into it. We'll start at the top here. Who else remembers these things? Yes, the alien artifacts. Oh, I remember them too well. I also, I had forgot, but this brings back some nostalgia seeing this robot graphic here. Actually, quite funny. But yeah. So these were. I mean, honestly, I'm torn. I think one of these posts says this, but I'm kind of torn between missing them and not missing them and being glad they're gone. On the one hand, it got quite annoying on a megabase scale collecting all of them, but on the other hand, it actually gave destroying the enemies like a real purpose, which I do think we're lacking now. I'm hoping maybe they add something to make that more useful in the expansion. But this person says, I remember just having one random assembler with a ton of productivity modules just churning out purple potions from those artifacts. Yep. I think they also were used in like power armor and modules too, as someone said. The new and improved tank ammo depot. Very, very nice. The auto loading is quite nice, although I like how they just that there's no gate. They decide that they're just gonna make their own gate. uh Slows him down just enough that he has control of the tank. That's actually really smart if they did that on purpose. It's not a wall, it's a tank rapid deceleration device. TRDD. Oh, I love it. That's really funny. Trying out my new tank. Oh, so this is the post before that. So this one has a gate. And I think maybe they decided they weren't slowed down enough. And then they do that. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, it is a little hard to control. Nephew wanted to play Fortnite. Not on my watch. Oh man, the RGB for Factorio. That's got to give you like 10 UPS, right? I'm wondering what this is. Lord, just give him drugs next time. Anarchist, right? He wanted to play Fortnite, so he got to play a Fortnite. Oh man. Who needs trains if you got belts? Oh dear. I mean, this is more viable than I really used to think. I think trains are still better, but hey, zigzag, it'll be faster instead of a curve. This is actually true. We've seen posts previously, basically showing this off. Yes, basically, yeah, zigzag is actually faster. I don't know if I could stand that though on my map. A huge zigzag. Tank ammo depot alignment idea. Now I have seen stuff like this before where people use belts to guide it, and it actually works really quite well. Then you just have to line things up properly, which is kind of difficult because it's really hard to like finely tune your acceleration and steering and stuff with vehicles in Factorio. Add some circuit magic to belt it all the way to the inserter and stop until you have 3 seconds of no active inserters before continuing. See, now that's smart. Definitely something I would not do. Launch the rocket with no belts, no pipes. Oh dear God. This is something I've only seen once or twice before, I think. Like a challenge people give themselves of beating the game without pipes or belts. The belts are doable. I maybe could do that. Doing it without pipes would be extremely frustrating to me. I think the no pipes would be more of a problem than the no belts. Basically just all direct insertion. Pretty crazy, honestly. So props to them for being able to stick this one out. Even at the early stages. I once did a stream of a no belt, no bot base. I stayed true to it, which meant that the first 3 hours until trains were entirely handcrafted. Oh dear lord. Car science sushi belt. That's very loud. Oh, did not mean to pause that. This is actually really fascinating to watch. It's almost like an assembly line, really. Okay, this is actually really cool. This is super cool, actually. Ow, this is really well done. You are a genius, you moron. Right? This is mad. Good stuff. Since the belts don't detect cars in them, I had to use fish, solution to everything, of course, to detect them as they pass and stop the belt for a moment. Also, since inserters ignore vehicles while they're on the belt, by setting the vehicle sideways is to have its trunk and front technically outside the belt, the inserters can recognize the cars. You know, this is something I didn't actually realize. So that's pretty cool. Unlimited throughput or in belts is a thing of the past. Wait. Oh, another car thing. This can be really good. A note though, it is extremely UPS intensive. Cars like this on belts takes a pretty big chunk out of your game performance. Um, but yeah, pretty cool. This is akin to the guy who used tanks to prevent his trains from hitting them. The creativity never ends, right? Oh, it's by the same. I was wondering if it was the same person. Uh, Safe railway crossing. Never watch your steps again. The signal reads the state of the gate. Trains will stop if the engineer is near the crossing. Pretty sure I would still manage to die doing this, but some work if the train has already decided to go through the signal, i.e. when it goes yellow. Interesting. I implemented something like this once where it worked in reverse. The walls read the signal, and if the signals were red, then the gates would refuse to open, blocking the player from entering the tracks. Yeah, I think blocking the player is maybe better than the train. I'm not sure. Want to mess stuff up, you could globally implement this instantaneously using chain. Huh. Chain signals. Pretty cool, though. You can use folders to organize your saves. Load game, Megabase, mod, sandbox. So I think I knew this and forgot that this was a thing. I think that I saw this somewhere once. Of course, it's from Troopin's. Troopin is awesome. Love the spaghetti don't touch one. I'll stay away. How does this work? Just put saves in a folder in the file explorer. Can it be done in game? Can't do it in game. I did this with a file with. Okay, so yeah, you just create. My guess is you would just create a saves folder and then folders within that, because I think the game still needs a folder named saves as the master one to look in, and then you would put subfolders in that, and then the actual zips in those is my understanding. Okay, hitting my middle mouse button sideways always does that. How many saves do you have? Already takes Steam an age to sync my saves up to the cloud. I don't know, but it's a lot. Very cool trick there. That could be really helpful. Like, my saves are fairly disorganized, so this would be helpful for me. Trains are fun. Speak for yourself. I am far too used to this. I normally get hit when I'm pondering over setup of loading, unloading from stations. Just standing with one foot slightly on the track for a nice central view, and bam. The good thing is, I've spent so long thinking about everything I do, there's invariably an autosave that has everything in exactly the same state. That's actually really funny. So I guess my advice isn't to look both ways before crossing, is to play slowly and take your sweet as time. 10 minutes of head scratching equals 1 guaranteed automatic safety save. That is actually really funny. They stand around for so long thinking about stuff that they just always have a backup save when something bad happens that's like in the same state. Oh man, look at these high-res graphics. Holy moly. 2 times 5 inline recycling providing. So the inserter has a condition of enable disable if red circuits are less than 1,000 in the box. Output priority left. And then this inserter enable disable if it's more than 1.2. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of just that little threshold in between there. Also set input priority from the right side on the second splitter. That would work as well. Pretty cool. Guess what my cousin and sister made for my birthday? Well, I'd like to if Reddit would do this properly. That's pretty cool. That takes some skill, creativity to make that work. This looks kind of... Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. I'm not sure I'd want to eat that, but... The waistline must grow. Out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Where are the inserters? Happy birthday, engineer. Now make the factory grow, right? My 7-year-old nephew kept talking about crafting in Minecraft. I don't have my laptop, but hold my beer. Oh, I like this. They even use some color in there, some colored pencil to add to it. Carbon. Are they playing like Bob's Angels or something? Or is this just coal? Drill, furnace. Took me way too long to realize this wasn't in English. Wait, this is not in English? Oh, maybe that's why. Assembly year. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right. That's actually really... Wow. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize either. Are we the bad guys? Yes, absolutely we are. We pollute the world, we destroy its forests, we slaughter beings whose lives we threatened in the first place, and we're the ones with the vehicles mass destruction. Was the backstory of the engineer we play as had something to do with the planet we crashed on. The tree should not have been flammable, so technically it's their fault. There you go, that's the answer. And the locals should know not to encroach on our land or be on the land we intend to factorize in the future. Basically. Yes, now that we got that little road bump out of the way, there are factories that need growing, so if you'll excuse me, consider the following. Without us, a factory would not grow. How then can we be the bad guys? I love these responses. Yes, but see, the stuff biters leave behind on the ground where their nests used to be, that stuff never goes away. Also, it's only in places where biters are currently settling and nowhere else, which leads to two possible conclusions. The biters aren't native to Novice either. If they were, the goo would have to be in a lot more places. They must have arrived very shortly before the engineer, which could mean that we were sent there to free the planet from their infestation. Alternatively, they are indeed native, but were basically completely inactive and immobile before we arrived, which would mean that we gifted them with life. Either way works for me. Totally. But Von Neumann probe, one of the many sent out to replicate themselves across the galaxy. Interesting. This is a really cool post. Driving around my base in both a manual car and a AI self-driving car, first and second clip, both of them racing against each other, third clip. All I gotta say is this is a really cool road system. Well done. That definitely uses a mod, I think. So second clip, I think, is AAI. Yeah, because it has the line here. And they got like fences and stuff. Are these inserters? I can't really tell. It's kind of blurry. I'm not sure which one is... I would assume this is theirs. I like how they have them racing. And the car just scoots between the train, too. Oof. Close call there. Almost had a collision. They just clip through each other. And that's a super cool base. Got to try these mods to add more vehicles, boats, and planes. And nightmare to figure out unless you can actually code. Yeah, this is me. This is literally my thought when I tried it. Option, opinions on my blue chip design. I'm low-key proud. Okay, so we've got probably green circuits here or plastic. I would assume green circuit since it's a belt for each. Plastic in the middle, and then output in the pipe. This is pretty decent. I haven't actually, I would never really thought of a design quite like this. I'd love the substation to over the top of the input belts in the middle. Yeah, you could put one here if you undergrounded this maybe. Actually, I think if you put the substation here, if you put an underground here and stuck the substation in, it would cover this entire thing. So yeah, that'd be really good. So I just noticed they are not just roboports, they are roboports. They have names. Yes, as do labs and train stations, based on supporters, I believe, from earlier in the game development. If I am right, they are named after gamer tags of people who supported the company before the game got onto Steam. Same with train stations and labs and locomotives. I don't think radars? I could be wrong. I don't know if that person's serious or not. That'd be crazy if I just didn't notice the radars. Alt F4, satisfactory. So you can check that out if you'd like. I just found the greatest Factorio factory of all time on Factorio maps. I don't know if this has been posted before, but hopefully not. Or hopefully not, but this base is just incredible. And I needed to share it. It's a huge mega base, incredibly dense and compact, while also taking up more area than any base I've ever seen before. And to make things better, it's completely spaghetti. This isn't a structured base, it's just a beautiful sprawling mass of trains. So this was the original post. I wonder if I've seen this before. Gregor, 3 years ago? I mean, I upvoted it at some point, so I would assume so. I think I've been doing Reddit Weeklies for 3 years at this point, so it's quite possible. 200 meg save, holy hell, man. Link, I'm guessing this is just, like, not gonna even load. Holy Jesus. Holy moly. Good God. Bro. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. I like how they've scattered their nuclear all over the place. This is actually ridiculous. How many? Did they say how many hours they have on this? CL14. How much do they say? So 24 time spent. Me 650 hours. My friend close to 900. Trash collector safe. So I feel like I should maybe tour this. If it's updated. There we go. That's pretty crazy. Found the Machine City from the Matrix, right? Oval quad-core nuclear power plant. 480 megawatts. Pretty nice. Again, as always, not a fan of the Steam storage, but, you know, it is what it is. Life beyond the walls is dangerous. Take a nuclear rocket launcher. Those nukes are really close together. I mean, yeah, no wonder. Look at this. That is absolutely Death World. Wow. Wow. Now I know why my UPS is so low. Finding myself is too much hassle, and nuclear rocket launchers usually kill me as well as the fighters. Easier to just put down an artillery outpost, blueprint out artillery train, deliver nuclear artillery shells into that area. Yes. I really hope they make nuclear artillery a vanilla thing. Picked Factorio up last week, spent today building scalable but compact mini factory for all things iron. I think it turned out well. It's actually really cool that they've, like, done a dedicated thing just for iron consuming things. Like steel, gears, and iron go in here, and they make everything just for iron. That's actually really smart. I have to do something like this, because I get really frustrated building, like, make everything's hubs and stuff, like getting all the different resources in. So maybe if you just did separate ones that only consume, like, one base ingredient related thing. A good early mall. Yeah, definitely. This is, I mean, a lot of good stuff in here too, right? Like pipes, belts, some flamethrowers, cars, train, or cargo wagon at least. Definitely some good stuff. Power. 800 megawatt power plant. Not bad. I like that it includes the processing too. I see this some of the time, not all the time, but it is kind of cool when it includes its own processing. But as this is a very good point. You can get a lot more neighbor bonus if you put them 2 by X. This would actually, you could basically get, probably I'm wrong on my math, I think you get more than double the like equivalent of reactors, right? Because of the neighbor bonus. 4K frames per minute cellular lit megabase. Yeah. Oh dang, man. What are we looking at here? 4K. They have a cell here. Is that nuclear? It looks like. Oh, that red surrogate production. Using small trains, the labs. That's a ton of labs. Oh, this is really satisfying to look at, actually. That's super cool. Let's look at one more here. I finally feel like my start is not horrible. I'm still scared. I'm screwing something up. Critique me, please. I mean, it's hard to tell just from the map view, but overall, this looks pretty decent. I'd say building your smelting like on the patch is not a great plan. The copper is decent. I would say building the iron smelting on the iron patch is definitely not great. They haven't really left room for expandability at all. It's a thing I'm noticing. I can't tell if I think these gears are just for red science. I can't fully tell. If they are, that's extremely excessive. Yeah, it looks like they are because they make gears locally for everything. So basically, on all accounts, these gears are very, very overkill, except for maybe the belts. But, I mean, generally, like this person said, you don't have to be scared of screwing something up. You can rip stuff up, start over. There's no wrong way to do it. Like, I'm not saying this is, like, wrong. Just not as efficient. And they did ask for critique. Not that they watch this, but just generally. Overall, I'd say this is pretty decent. Like, it's a lot better than I used to do when I, even on my, like, 5th, 6th playthrough. This is definitely better than I was doing. So, well done there. I think that's going to complete this one, folks. Really good stuff this week. As always, I'm super excited to have been able to go through this, and as always, thank you so much for watching, for your continued support. And if you have any thoughts and questions and stuff, leave them down in the comments. I always enjoy reading what you have to say. If you did enjoy it, like is appreciated. If you're new to the channel, unsubscribe. Definitely feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications so you can keep up with all future content. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.